Good afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to the Malamar Games, a weekly VGC tournament hosted by our good old friend Bruno, where every single week we have a different theme, different gimmick, different way to play VGC in a best-of-3 format, this week specifically being weakness policy only, which, of course, you guessed it, means both you and your opponent can only hold the item weakness policy. Now, on top of that, it's also a Series 1++ rule set, which essentially means you can use any Pokemon that was allowed in Series 1, so that means no restricted, no Paradox Pokemon, no legendary Pokemon, and that plus the 2 DLC. So that adds for a pretty fun format. I'm excited to try it out, especially because weakness policy forces you to play the game a little differently. It kind of forces you to really think about whether or not you want to go for that super effective move and help your opponent out. But I think it's a pretty fun format. And also, I forgot to mention, every single week we're up against different content creators. We got a lot of people on the lineup with the likes of Strider, with the likes of Moxie Boosted, the likes of Nino Pokebros, which we're up against today, by the way. Nino, it's time. Get ready. I've already played this battle because last time that we were in the Malamar games, I was doing everything live and I wasn't really focusing on the battles and I made a lot of mistakes. So this time I wanted to lock in. Wanted to make sure that I have my full attention in these battles. So I want to make playoffs. It's a goal I gave myself. It's not like I'm going to Worlds. Might as well try to do something while I'm here on YouTube. So I'm trying to make playoffs here. Now, because it's all post-commentated, we kind of need the help of one of our old friends. You guys might have known him. I'm back, boys! And let's get on to today's video. Yeah, that's right. Future Kevin's back. The long-awaited return of Future Kevin. And hey, we're going to be commentating what past Kevin was doing against Nino Pokebros. Now, as you can see, past Kevin was feeling a little spicy. A little spicy because I brought, or past Kevin brought, excuse me, Dozo against the Dozo King, who also did bring Dozo, but solo Dozo. Now, in good old Future Kevin fashion, we're going to go speed run through this commentary. Nino leads with both Brozo and Smeargle, as Kevin leads with Don Dozo and Electro. Now, initially, I was a little afraid of a Follow Me turn 1. I'll be honest, very afraid of Follow Me turn 1. But at the same time, I remembered Smeargle's weakness policy only, so I could probably just one-shot it no matter what. So I thought, even if he does go for Follow Me, I max special attack Volt Switch. It'll probably still knock out the Smeargle. Worst case scenario, Smeargle will be going down because HISUIan Electrode will outspeed it. But what best case scenario, I can Volt Switch into myself, break my weakness policy, swap in my Dozo, get +2 everywhere and +4 in my special attack and attack, and then just be a Dozo doing Dozo things. But yeah, past Kevin was a little confused as to what to do, but that's inevitably what I ended up doing. Now, what past Kevin didn't know is that this was going to do half of my health. I thought Dozo was going to be a little tankier. That's because in the back of my brain, I expect Dozo to have +2 in all of its stats. That I forget that without that +2, it's kind of just a Pokemon. Oh well. Here we go, into the Tatsu. And also, you can tell we brought Skeldridge in the back. Great asset to this battle, especially because as Unaware can ignore every single stat plus that the opponent does get from the weakness policies. That's the thought process that I had. Not to mention, I'm going against Nino Pokebros. I kind of knew Dondozo was coming somewhere. Now, we got stats everywhere. Good job, guys. We're playing the weakness policy only game very well. Liquidation. Bop. Bye-bye. See you later, Smeargle. Thanks for stopping by. Now, the other cool thing is that Nino didn't expect the Tatsu switch in. He yawns into the HISUIan Electrode slot. I guess because HISUIan Electrode naturally does really threaten a Dozo, right? So I'm a little afraid of that HISUIan Electrode. I understand why. Now here comes the Alolan Muck. We didn't look at team preview too much, but Nino decided to be fun to toxic stall me with Alolan Muck. Yeah, it sure is fun. Now here I'm contemplating hitting it. Nino saw this coming though. Nino knew that I saw the Muck. I didn't want to play against the Muck. I wanted no part of this Muck. That Muck, as far as I knew, needed to go. It really didn't need to go. When I see a Muck, I hit it. But he called that Protect really correct. I unfortunately order up into the Protect slot. Nino gets the free yawn into my Dozo, and I know I'm going to bed now. I know my Dozo is there to go to bed. All he's got to do is protect his Brozo, and I'd be sad. So you know what? We're hitting the muck. Hitting the muck with everything I got, and Nino knows this muck is his win condition. He knows. I can't switch out. I'm locked in. I'm a dozo. I got a Tatsu in my mouth. We can't leave. If we leave, we have to go together, and it doesn't work that way. So he hard swaps the muck out, swaps in the Flamigo, which I guess is actually interesting for weakness policy only, because you can essentially get the +4 also by copying other people's stats. Thankfully, not that it matters because this Flamigo's going away really quickly, but now Flamigo's gone, but thankfully the Flamigo didn't copy any stats while it was there. It's just gone now. And we ordered up, so let's start tracking our attack right now. We are currently... I thought the heavy slam damage was funny. We are currently like +5, I think? Yeah. Because after the weakness policy, after our +2, and after that one order up, yeah, we're +5. Oh, the heavy slam damage was great, but yeah, we're the exact same weight, so the heavy slam's not doing it. That might be the only attacking move that Nino has on that dozo, though. So here now, I'm asleep. While asleep, he at least can't toxic me, which is good news, but I also can't attack, so he's just free to set up minimize after minimize after minimize. Now, initially, I wasn't too worried about this muck going for minimize. Oh, never mind. He does have Wave Crash. But Wave Crash also doesn't do anything. So it's Wave Crash, Heavy Slam, Yawn, Protect. Okay, I know his whole moveset on that dozo now. First +2 in evasion right there. Yeah, I wasn't too worried about the evasion because I do have Unaware on Skeledirge, and, you know, we can ignore that. But as you'll see later, it's not always a guarantee. Anyway. Now... this is where the very, very exciting gameplay happens. Nino sits and stalls us out until he knocks out our dozo. And you know what? It works. It's the smart play. I can't fault Nino for playing to his win condition, right? I can't fault Nino for bringing it to begin with, though. That I will do. Protect, just because he knows I want to target that thing down. I gotta hit it. Keep in mind the dozo is also unaware. That's also why I want to really hurt this thing as fast as I can. Another wave crash coming into my dozo slot. These wave crashes, they're not doing a lot, but they're chipping. And I'm losing health, and I have no way of healing it back up because I didn't run like rest dozo or anything. Now here's where I make an interesting decision. I decide that, hey, it doesn't matter. I have Skeledirge in the back. I don't really need to worry about this muck right now. I can hit this muck later. That's where he hits me with the water Terra. I'm like, oh! And I should have known. I knew what the Terra was. I didn't know that he was going to click Terra because this is actually closed team sheets, but open Terras. So we don't know what each other's moves are, but we do know what each other's Terra types are. But I initially just wanted to, you know, start knocking out this dozo because what I have in the back line is a Skeledirge, which can't really hurt this dozo that much. Like, I can sit here and Shadow Ball it over and over and over again. I don't want to play that game, though. I'd rather get a nice little bit of chip damage. I know that it has Unaware, too, so I wasn't able to get the one shot. But, hey, still very decent damage on their dozo. The unfortunate thing is that now I'm poisoned, so it's just kind of a matter of, okay, they double protect and I die. You did it, Nino. Congratulations. You knocked out my raid boss dozo here. All right, Brozo's going for protect. Followed by Mucko. I guess he's going for protect, too. I think the most used move this game was probably protect. That's for sure. Order up into nobody. I realized I made a mistake and went for the muck this time. Because at the very least, I could have one-shot that muck. Yeah, hindsight, I should have just hit that muck when I had the chance. What am I doing, guys? But, you know, this is why future Kevin, so much better than past Kevin. Past Kevin sucks. He was locking in, he says. Yeah, right. What a play. All right. Swapping in Electro. Nope. Swapping in Electrode. Because I got two water types on the field. Might as well come in with my double stab and hurt them, right? Is it Volt Switch time? It's Volt Switch time. Volt Switch into the Brozo. Thankfully, they double protected last turn, so they can't really protect this turn. I'm kind of contemplating what I do with my Tatsugiri. I can't Soak because they're already both water types. I can't go for Draco because I'm not going to hit it. And then I can't go for Muddy Water because I'm definitely not going to hit it. So I opted for going for Draco eventually, because I just ran out of other moves to use. Power of Alchemy gains Muck's, gives Muck Oblivious, so that's kind of neat. Doesn't really make a difference for this battle at all, but good to know. Swapping in my Skeldurge, I was low-key scared that he would have knockoff, but he has Minimize, Protect. Yeah, we're never hitting a Draco Meteor, so don't get excited, guys. Yeah, it's Draco Meteor, not Draco Meteor. Toxic, Protect, Minimize. I think we haven't found out the fourth move yet. It could be knockoff there at the end. And just because it could have been knockoff, I try to hit him with the Fairy Terror to keep me safe. I think I was going to Fairy Terror anyway. Definitely after that Dondozo goes away, though, because we did learn that it has Heavy Slam. But even then, I don't want to take a Wave Crash either, so... It's the lesser of both evils. All right, the Dirge is here. And initially, my thought process is, oh, I'm unaware. I'll be able to hit my moves, but apparently I still miss. It would have been nice. It really would have been nice to hit that move, you know? That's one less Toxic turn that I would have had. That's one more turn of Burn Chip that I would have had. And as you can tell, those Burn Chips are going to be kind of relevant this game. So I try it again. And we Draco again. Neat. And they protect. It doesn't matter. Nino's going to protect every turn. He can. But again, your best play is to do that. Your only win con is a Muck who's clicking Toxic. That is it. So play to it, go for it, win the game with it if you can. Now, hindsight for me now as future Kevin thinking and using my brain more than the locked in past Kevin, what I could have done was just Torch Song my Tatsugiri to get my +1 every single time. That would have been a play. Every time he protects, just Torch Song my Tatsugiri. It's quad resisted anyway. I just give my Skeldurge a free +1. I could have just thrown Shadow Balls at them in between each turn instead of trying to shoot for this burn. But initially, I wanted to shoot for the burn just in case they were going to have some kind of offensive presence, but it looks like not really. This is actually meant to be a Toxic stall Muck. All right, now double Toxic on my side of the field. But at least we got a little bit of Burn Chip on their side of the field as well. Now, of course, Future Kevin says I should have Torch Sogged myself. I agree with Future Kevin, obviously. But here I'm just like, I don't want to keep wasting Dracos. I know he's going to protect. Let me throw a Muddy Water at him. It doesn't actually matter. The protect is so obvious. It's just his best play, and he has no reason not to go for it. Tatsugiri is looking at Nino like, really? You're doing this, bro? All right, Muddy Water. Oh, he doesn't protect here, actually. Oh, interesting. Look at Nino making a play. Shadow Ball coming. That would have been stronger if I Torch Songed. And then there's the knockoff. Gonna knock off my Tatsugiri's weakness policy. Okay. And also just chip down the Tatsugiri a little further here. Get it down lower. My Skeldurge has taken way too many turns of a Poison Chip. And he did one way to guarantee I get the bigger piece of chip at the end here. Again, I should have kept Torch. I should have Torch Sogged myself, man. Ah. I need to post-commentate battles and then have another battle with the exact same turns, and then maybe I can win a regional. I just need to rewatch everything I've done and then make different decisions. It's all good, though. We're still at like a 3-1 Pokemon advantage, so we're still in the game. It's not like I'm throwing the game right now. I'm just not making an Alpha Brain play. And sometimes you don't gotta be an Alpha. Sometimes it's okay to be a Beta. Kevin Sidonio, 2024. All right, anyway. Muck's gonna take some Burn Chip. Everyone's gonna take some Poison Chip. And we're playing this game. Time to throw another Shadow Ball if we can. Time to toss a Draco if it can connect. And let's just see where this takes us. Thankfully, since it's weakness policy only, there's no lefties on that Muck. So this Burn Chip is actually meaningful damage. Again, great damage there with the Shadow Ball. They minimize again, but unaware, baby. We're unaware. But I think what Nino's playing to is the fact that my Tatsugiri isn't. And while I was playing this battle, I completely forgot I had HISUIAN Electrode in the back. I was just like, dang it. He knocked out my Skeledirge. I'm not hitting any Dracos. I'm going to die to poison next turn, and Nino's going to win. He did it. All because of that Will-O-Wisp miss on the unaware. I hate it here. But no. I was like, oh, wait, there's an Electrode still at full HP. Oops. I forgot about this guy. So I hit Protect because I'm a jerk. And then I just hit Draco, Kevin. Thank you. Just do it. Doesn't matter. I just hit Protect as I can. Draco Meteor doesn't hit a single one. Not a single Draco hit today. Toxic again. He wants to Toxic my good old pal, Electrode. But Electrode says, nah. Not today. Tatsugiri is going to inevitably go down to the poison. And Nino is making this a lot closer game than I thought he was, honestly. After getting a +4 Dondozo with +2 Omniboost everywhere else, I did not think this was going to be so difficult. Now, at this point, it's just like, it doesn't matter what I go for. So I was just going to Screech. I was going to Bullet Seed. None of it matters. I'm just going to miss it anyway. But I did show him the Bullet Seed. That was kind of a little bit of a teaser. I'm like, Nino, look at what I got. I got something here, too. He Toxics my Electrode. Put the writings on the wall. Now, maybe if Nino went for a knockoff. No, because he's burnt. It wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. I think the second I showed Nino my Electrode, the game was kind of sealed there. But you know what? Taking round 1 win. But there could still be 2 more in today's video. And honestly, they could be rough ones. So stick around. Let's find out. Let's get on to game 2. And let's see what we do. This time around, Past Kevin decides to try a different strategy. We're going Annihilate and HISUIAN Electrode with both Skeledirge and Primarine in the back. This is simply because I did not want to face against that Muck ever again. So I wanted to bring Parasong so that I can at least Parasong the Muck and then just get rid of it that way. I had a new strategy. And also, I thought Nino was going to change his Pokemon up. I kind of expected maybe a Dragonite coming out to E-Speed everything. I wanted to make sure I bring my Ghost types and bring my Fairy types out here. So they actually lead Muck and Dragonite as we go HISUIAN Electrode and Annihilate. And this is perfect for us. Because what this means is there's no redirection on their side of the field. So we're in fair game to use the other half of our team's strategy. Now here I was contemplating. I was like, hey, should I CC Bronite over there? Predicting the normal Terra E-Speed to knock out my HISUIAN Electrode. I was thinking. I really was. I was thinking real hard, but in fact, I decided not to. I decided to go for the Water Terra. Come on, Kevin, you can click it. Oh, I'm still thinking. Guys, I was really having an external crisis about this. I almost was going to double protect just to see if they would normal Terra, but I said, nah. If I double protect, they're going to set minimize. I'm going to cry. I'm not playing the minimize game again. Come on, click Rage Fist, Kevin. You know you want to. You got 13 seconds left. Clicks Rage Fist onto the Muck. Goes for the Bullet Seed onto the Annihilate. Gonna get a plus X amount of Rage Fist stacks. Because I'm not loaded dice on weakness policy on the HISUIAN Electrode. So I can't get 4+ all the time. Break my weakness policy and do some damage. Water Terra Ape time. And here we go. They don't click E-Speed. Makes me ecstatic. Weakness policies, bottom proc. Thanks to the Water Terra. That's 1 also Rage Fist stacks. We're at from 50 to 100 to 150. That was 3 times. So 50, 100, 150, 200 base damage right here. Plus 2 stat. Great. Get out of here, pal. Pop in, bye-bye. Never come back, Muck, please. Serves you right, Nino. I still love you, though. And I got really lucky here. Outrage decided to go on to the Electrode. That could have been horrible. I could have lost my Annihilate right there that first turn. That would have been a lot sadder. But you know what? Now that they're locked onto the Outrage, this just got a little easier for me. Because all we got to do is go into a Fairy and hit Protect with our side mon. The Outrage goes into nobody. And we get a free attack in. Because Nino is locked onto that Outrage. But this also brings up, what Pokemon does Nino bring out now? And what can he do about what we have on the field? All right, Prim's on the field. Welcome to the video, Prim, and here comes a Smeargle. So Smeargle poses issues for us because I can't just protect and attack with Prim, because what the Smeargle can do is spore my Prim and then my attack won't go through. And that's kind of what I was contemplating there at the time. I was just like, oh, okay, so the Smeargle actually does change the way that I wanted to play this turn out. So instead of protecting my Ape and attacking Dragonite with Primarina, I actually have to just outspeed the Smeargle with my Ape and then Moonblast the Dragonite that way. So I have to go for the CC here. This is gonna get my Ape down in defenses, and unfortunately, we can't avoid the outrage a second time on the Ape. But I think Ape did its job, knocking out the Power of Alchemy Muck, and then knocking out a Smeargle. Smeargle did absolutely nothing for Nino this game, and honestly, good. Thank God. Yeah, Annihilate knocking those two out, a pretty big deal for us. Dragonite is gonna start getting confused here. Fine by me. But also, here's a Moonblast. Now here's the thing, the Moonblast didn't KO the Dragonite, so I actually gave Nino weakness policy. A little bit of a problem. Just a tad little bit of a problem, but thankfully, we have Unaware Skeledirge in the back. Thank goodness that we have Unaware Skeledirge in the back. Ignores those stat boosts, but they bring out the Dozo. Now I can't click Perish Song here because Dozo would be the slowest thing on the field, and then Nino would win the game if all four of our Pokemon died of Perish Song. But what I can do is protect my Prim from this E-Speed, because my Prim is the one that can take the +2 E-Speed to the face. And then to just see if I can knock out the Dragonite that way. Now the other thing here is, since I Terastallized earlier with Annihilate, I can't really protect myself against this Dozo. There's a normal Terror just to get that boosted E-Speed damage. Also avoids any Shadow Balls if I want to throw it at Nino. Or we're just going to protect instead, trying to keep our Prim safe. Oh, I remember this. The Duckies are on my side, guys. The Duckies were on my side, guys! Bop! Sorry. Now, I have no idea what Nino was going to do, but I can assume he was going to E-Speed by the normal Terra. So I guess the Protect was just fine. The Duckies just said, no, Nino. Sorry, no chance. And then I have a free Torch Song on this Dozo that doesn't really do damage, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah! Let's go, damage! Free +1. I finally took Torch Song, guys. And then they yawn the correct target. Unfortunately. Nino's just playing to his win conditions again. It's the only thing you can do at this point. I'm going to throw a Will-O-Wisp into this thing, even though they're protecting this turn, to get my Skeletor to sleep. And I'm just going to start Moonblasting it. See how much damage you can do each and every turn here. Oh yeah, Series 1, I was trying to think to myself, I wonder if Series 1++, if the ++ made any difference to these battles. It's allowing me to use Primarina, and it's allowing Nino to use like Smeargle and stuff. Hisuian Electrode. And Pokemon like that. So yeah, I guess the ++ does come into effect here. Alright, I'm asleep, but I'm just gonna start clicking attacks at this point. Skeletor's still fast asleep. I'm probably getting Wave Crash sometime soon. Oh no, I'm getting double yawned. Everyone's going to bed. Nino's gonna need a lot to win this, though. And that Moonblast did a lot of damage, thankfully, too. Alright, I think at that point, I'm realizing how low their damage output is on this Dozo. I'm just like, what am I burning right now? Why am I burning this fish? This fish is not doing anything right now. My Prim protects. Just because I knew he was going to protect, and I thought it'd be funny. I was like, okay, he's going to protect on me, so I'm going to protect on his protect, just cause I can. Let me save a Moonblast here. But thankfully, my Skeletor does wake up. With my Skeletor awake now, the Dozo's going to have to worry about a Shadow Ball coming. Followed by another Moonblast, just cause. Again, why not? Skeletor +1 Shadow Ball, doesn't matter because he's unaware, into the Brozo. Is gonna go down, and just like that, we're taking week 1, baby. Taking week 1 against Nino Pokebros. Thank you so much, Nino, for going ahead and having this battle with me. Remember to check out Nino's Twitch channel. Make sure to link that down below in the description, of course. And thank you so much for watching today's Malamar Games. Anyway, see you guys again next week for some more Malamar games. I still have no idea what the gimmick's going to be, but that's the fun of it. Neither do you. Anyway, I'm Ken, Pokesports. Have yourselves a fabulous rest of your night. Click the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And with that said, have yourselves a nice night. Peace out and bye-bye.